following is brought to you in part by Forcefield from Georgia Pacific, an air and water barrier system that eliminates the need for house wrap.
Coming to you from nghtv.com, I'm Krista Inikovsky, and I'm here today talking with James, Brewer of Alabama Tiny Home.
That is correct.
James,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here in this gorgeous tiny home. I've heard about them on TV. They have the show, the special, and to actually be inside one and to see just how it all lays out and these amazing details is really, really fun. So welcome, and
Thank you very
please
much.
tell us all about it.
Super happy to be here. You know, one of the big things that I think the misconception of tiny homes is it's tiny, and you know, of course they are tiny homes, but when you come in a house like this, it's not necessarily that tiny. You know, it's for a tiny house, it's super big. You know, super roomy, has all the amenities that your normal house has.
Give us some of first of all, why would somebody want a tiny house? What is the draw?
So I have kind of a couple of different concepts. You know, you have one that are, you know, the families that are super eco-friendly. You know, they're trying to be a little more green conscious. And you have clients that are, you know, price conscious. They want to be, you know, just live a little cheaper, live a little freer, a little greener. Then you have some older couples that are just looking for retirement, smaller, something less to take care of.
And where does a tiny home go? Are they transportable?
They are. So one of the big draws about the tiny house is absolutely transportable. You know, you can look at the mountains today, and if you get tired of looking at the mountains, tomorrow you can be looking at the beach. You kind of hook your house up and you take off down the road with it. It's 100% DOT legal, so you know, it fits on all the specifications of the road. You know, it meets the width and the height requirements, so you just kind of hook her up and go.
That's really neat. So tell us, I noticed that we have some very like the latest and greatest in technology, keeping a small carbon footprint. What are some of the specific draws to this house, and what is it that is keeping it so user-friendly or eco-friendly?
So one of the things about tiny houses in general, and especially this tiny house here is, you know, a NextGen product. You know, we've used all the latest and greatest products in this house. You know, from everything in here is super high efficiency, super high energy efficiency. You know, tiny houses in general, they have a small carbon footprint. You have very little waste, and you have, you know, lots of open space for the most part. Very small energy consumption, very small waste output. You know, the whole thing will run plugged into a light socket. You just plug it in the wall, and you know.
That's amazing.
It'll run the whole thing. You know, the washer, dryer, your refrigerator. I mean, everything just by plugging it into the light socket.
It's interesting walking in here and finding where you've hidden different things. Like underneath the kitchen, I'm seeing the washer and dryer.
Sure. So
why waste any space? You just got every little nook and cranny has use and purpose.
So one of the big things about a tiny house that makes it very hard and difficult to build your tiny house is every space in here you kind of have to have multi-use. You know, you have to be able to hide and tuck things away, and you know, you are confined to 8.5 feet by 13'6" on your height, and then whatever your length is. So you're confined to the area. So you need to take advantage of every space that you have. So a lot of normal houses where you'd have a wasted corner, you know, just dead space. In a tiny, you don't. You stuff your washer and dryer in that little hole. You know, if you know, you have a cubby hole that would be normally just covered up, you uncover it and make a cabinet or make a storage space out of it to have storage space in it.
I heard you say that you're limited to 8 feet wide. What is the reason, the purpose behind that?
So our DOT regulations require us that on the outside width, we can't go past 8'6" on the width, and we can't go past 13 foot and 6 inches on the height. That's DOT requirements. So we have to keep it under those measurements to be able to hook it to the truck legally and just take off down the road. Anything over that, you have to have special permitting to move it and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so that keeps this whole process, gives people freedom and flexibility to get up and move when they want to.
That's correct. That is correct. Yeah, you just kind of, like I said, today you're living on the beach and tomorrow you want to look at the mountains, you just kind of drop your house in your truck and head to the mountains, and tomorrow morning, hey, you're looking at the Great Smokies.
I love how bright and open, and the design, I guess people really have their choice of what type of design and look and feel that they want, but this is bright and open, a little bit modern, but comfortable. It's nothing like a cabin or something that's dark or woodsy. It's really beautiful.
Well, thank you. So, you know, one of the things about our houses, Alabama Tiny Home houses, is as a builder, when you ask me, do I or have I lived in a tiny house? Yes, I have. So my designs come from 3 years of living in one and knowing what's practical and what works and what doesn't work. And I've adjusted my when I engineer and design these houses, I keep all that in mind and what works and what doesn't work. So they come out very open, they come out very spacious, and you have all the luxuries of home, just like you have your bathroom and your flushing toilets and your washer and dryers and everything like you have in your normal houses.
It's beautiful
compact.
Flat screen. We have a fireplace.
You have it all, yeah.
Beautiful bright lighting. Now, when we were speaking before, you mentioned how you really like to work one-on-one with the customers and customize to their needs. Tell me a little bit about what that process is.
So one of the big things that, kind of my company's motto and kind of one of our business models that we go by is, I'm huge on, being green as possibly as I can be, using the greenest products I possibly can. I love buying American-made products. I love supporting our country. My dad's a military vet and I'm, a Navy brat. An Air Force brat myself. So, I'm very big on supporting our country. And I'm really big on supporting my local vendors and my local roofers and my local building supply people, and I like to keep it homegrown. And so another thing for my company is when I meet with my clients, my clients for my tiny house, it's very one-on-one. I like to be very involved, and we'll bring them in just like we are, and we'll sit on that couch and in front of the fireplace, and we'll drink some coffee, and we'll kind of go through what their wants and needs are for their tiny, and I like to keep it a very personal experience for them.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. It's been great to be here and get to experience a tiny home. James from Alabama Tiny Homes, it has been a pleasure. Certainly enjoyed having you. We are here at the International Builder Show 2017. I'm Krista Inakovsky with NGHTV.com.
Versatility, beauty, and durability are just a few of the qualities that make cypress the wood of choice for siding, decking, and other exterior applications where longevity and appearance really count. Cypress is right at home indoors as well. With a rich grain, texture, and color, cypress is ideal for ceilings, paneling, flooring, cabinetry, millwork, and furniture. Cypress is easy to paint and stain, or its natural honey-like hues can be maintained with a clear sealer. If left untreated, the wood will weather to an attractive gray over time. For more information on how cypress can add a lifetime of good looks to your home, please visit cypressinfo.org.